Everyone. We hope all is well, all is positive. Thanks be to the Most High Supreme Creator for
Yes.
allowing us this moment to share with you all out in nature and fresh air. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, indeed.
I'm Regal. You all may know me as the female voice on our Journey into Positivity YouTube channel. I am the female voice in every video. And
Yes, I am Sheen. Of course, I am the male voice on our Journey to Positivity channel. And I, of course, am the voice of all of our male focused, male voiced videos on our channel. And thank you for taking the time
yes.
to watch this video today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of our channel, sharing this journey and experience with us. It has definitely been a journey for us, and just as much as we are exchanging love and inspiration for you all are giving that to us. If you're new to this video, new to our channel, we do provide positive guided meditations, affirmations, sound healing videos, wellness tips, and more. Please subscribe if that's something that you are interested in. So, I know some of you might be wondering, well, like, why now? As far as us coming out and showing our faces, um, you know, like we said, this has been a journey for us. And we are human beings and people just like everyone else, as far as us having a marriage and a family and being healers. We strongly believe in creating a boundary that allows us to facilitate our healing and our growth and our journey separate from everyone else's. We believe this keeps us grounded in reality, in God, in our marriage, and in our family. It's actually been almost 10 years that we've been traveling as far as us coming together and eventually coming into doing our YouTube channel. But like we said, we're just very strong believers in being able to create a boundary that allows us as people to facilitate our energy and our healing so that we're able to give you all the proper energy and healing without inviting any and every one into our space. Because not everyone has your best interest. Not everyone has our best interest, and we take that very seriously. And our space is very valuable to us. So that's the reason why we're finally coming out now, because we're in a place where we feel like the Supreme Creator is leading us to take this new step in our journey. And, I just want to share a little more about myself, and my husband's going to have the opportunity to share more about himself. When we met, I was a single mom. I had already had a daughter, and I was going through a lot, of course, going through the vicious cycle of being in and out of relationships. I had already had a marriage and a divorce by the time I met my husband, and I went through a lot, and I was just sick and tired of going through everything that I went through, just going with the flow, with the norm that society has, as far as like black people. I grew up in a two-parent household. I grew up a Christian, so I've always been spiritually in tune. Not as well as I am now, because I have a better understanding of my spiritual sensitivity, in which I am very spiritually sensitive. And that's also a reason why it took a couple of years for us to get to this point. In case you all don't notice, I am kind of camera shy. So please be patient with me. Be patient with us. I know you see him in the
Yes.
background just standing,
Yes.
just standing there. But outside of going through those cycles and making it to this point, I've always had a relationship with God, but it wasn't until I made the decision to take charge in my life in the physical realm that things began to change for me, as far as getting out of those cycles of, meeting and being with the wrong men, and, being in the vicious cycle of anxiety and depression, and just having a strong mental and emotional, spiritual imbalance within myself. And, my husband and I started to dive more into practices that would help us to get on track. And of course, those practices were mindfulness, meditation, and affirmations.
Mm.
Changed our lives. Changed our lives. Changed my life when I made the decision to try something new. It changed my life. I went from going to the same cycle over and over and over again with toxic people, being in toxic situations, to being married, moving into a house, and having two children in a matter of 3 years. And this all started with me wanting to make that change and take that step in my life for myself. So, and that's when I got with this fine young
Yes.
thing right
Uh-huh.
here, the embodiment of the divine masculine, my boo boo, my husband.
Mm.
And, our relationship has continued to blossom and prosperous, and we continue to grow each and every day. We're still on our own individual journey, as well as having a journey together as man and woman, husband and wife, mother and father. And we still strongly believe in the boundaries, but we're just going to ease our way into this a whole lot more, just as we have with our videos. And just to let you all know, we are the original creators of each and every video that has been released on our channel. We build the videos, we do the meditations, the affirmations. That is all us, no one else. And it looks like it's easy when you're watching the video, but watching the videos, but we put a lot of time, energy, and effort into these videos that we release to our channel, on top of providing for our family, maintaining our marriage, and our spiritual well-being, and being parents, so forth and so on. So we just definitely wanted to let you all know that we appreciate you all very much. And just as I've said previously, you all have been just as much of an inspiration to us as we have for you all, and we really appreciate you all being here and coming here and watching this video. We're so grateful. So
Yeah. So you went on a good
yeah.
went on a good little bit there. So of course, my wife being a little camera shy, and this being something new that we're venturing into. For me, we were both on the same page. Like everything that happened for us seemed to be hand in hand. There was such a cohesion with everything that happened with us. I was going through a lot of hard times with the job. I was working on this particular corporate job, and once I made the decision to step away from that, that's when my life began to change, and it was just a snowball. And
Right.
here we are today. So,
And that's right in the
um,
mixture of us meeting each other. So we
absolutely,
had these separate situations going, and
absolutely.
we met each other. We used to work together, and that's how we met each other. And things began to change and transition from there, but we were already transitioning before we ran into one another, before we got to know one another. And
And
but
just
making that decision brought us to each other and brought us closer together.
yes, and one other piece I wanted to add to is, when we came up with creating Journey into Positivity and um, creating content to help people, these were challenges and things that we were going through. So it wasn't something to where we had to find some type of inspiration that was like, hey, we went through this, we experienced this, we know what this is like. So how can we translate this into something that's going to be beneficial for other people? So
Right.
that's been our whole, the whole principle behind everything we do um, with Journey into Positivity. So
Right. So each and every video that was released to our channel, like my husband said, these were personal experiences that we had that inspired us to create these videos, because we definitely wanted to be the people that we didn't have in our journey. Our journey consisted of a lot of trial and error, and having hardships and experiences, and difficulty in struggling with our transition. So like my husband said, this was a part of us being inspired to do what we do for Journey into Positivity. And we're going to continue to do that because we just love doing what we do. And we are sincere about what we do. This is all about us learning, growing, sharing, and healing together. And we want to do that with, especially with people who look like us, because people who look like us don't get enough of attention when it comes to mental, and spiritual balance and healing and growth. So we just wanted to be able to facilitate that for ourselves and make sure that we are properly facilitating that for others. But
You
here
know,
we,
I'm sorry, but just adding on to that, you know, as Black people, we've been in a unique position in history, in terms of the things that we've been through, the
right,
challenges, what we've been able to overcome,
right,
where we are today, and we just felt as though it really, that approach of kind of someone has to be able to really relate in what
right,
what I'm coming from, right? We have so much out here where it's like you go to, your doctors, your, wherever you go to get your food. It's always from, just different sources, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to our mental health is a unique case, and it takes people to be able to understand that and really be able to say, hey, I can help you move in this direction.
right.
I've been there. I know what you go through on a day to day, and that's really what we hope stands out most. Us being able to relate to people that are like us, because we understand it.
Right.
We know it. Once our eyes were opened, it's like we can't just sit on the
Right.
sidelines and not do anything.
Right.
We
Exactly.
just couldn't do it.
Exactly.
Um,
With what we've been learning and what we know, and the practices that have helped us as far as, practicing mindfulness and awareness and, doing the shadow work and, going within in ourselves and doing the affirmations and meditation. And because these things have changed our lives so much, like my husband said, we just couldn't keep this to ourselves, without sharing it with people who are like minded, people who are looking for direction and looking for a beacon to get started. We do know and understand that we all have different journeys. Like I might have mentioned, my journey is different from my husband's, although we are journeying together. And just like you all may have your own individual journey, we're just a beacon. You get what I'm saying? And, we definitely advise that you do your own research, that you travel your own path. But the purpose of what we're doing in our channel is just to give people, some type of direction, a place you can come to where you can come and relate and be with like minded people. And, with us sharing the practice of us using the affirmations and the meditation and helping people to really hone in on using that practice to better themselves in their lives. So, in addition to us taking this new step and, overcoming my anxiety of being in front of the camera, this is a step for me to face my fear. Also, well, my husband, he just
so,
fearless.
so,
He's just fearless and
so,
he don't care. But
so
me,
just so y'all
this was
know,
a big moment for me.
yes, absolutely. So my wife is a Pisces.
Yes.
We talked about this before in one of our posts, and I'm a Sagittarius. So we're actually that fire and ice combo. But
I'm the fire and
yes,
he's the ice. So y'all would think with
yes,
him being fire and with
yes,
me being water, it would be the opposite. But no, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I get litty or whatever these young people say. I'm not that young, but I do get lit. And my husband, he's like the calm, cool, and he's just so inspiring. I really envy how he's just so in control and he's just so cool and he's just so calm and he's just
Oh,
so fearless and he don't care. But with me being as spiritually sensitive as I am, I have to fight really hard to stay balanced. That's a spirit that's a journey that I'm having within itself. But like my husband said, and like I
you were you
explained,
were you were getting into the
y'all excuse us, please.
you were getting into um, what we're getting into, right? Because this is a new phase for us, right? But
Right.
this phase comes along with some other things as well. And you were
Right.
you were telling our
Yes.
community.
So, in addition to taking this new step of being more comfortable in front of the camera, we're also going to be launching our Journey into Positivity Raw podcast, where we dive deeper into healing and mental health and overcoming self sabotage, mindfulness, black love,
Yes, yes, indeed.
and life, period. So that we're able to give more direction. We know that the meditations and the affirmations, they help and they are tools in the process. But from what we learned, because we do a lot of communication, being able to really talk about these issues that we experience, not only as Black people, but man and woman, being able to really talk about these issues and being able to share them and talk through them has actually helped us a lot. Because we communicate a lot. We have to talk a lot, to be on one accord. And, we would also understand that communication and explaining these things would help a lot of other people. So that's the new journey that we're also taking, but we are going
Yeah,
to continue to provide our videos on YouTube with the meditations, the affirmations,
absolutely.
the sound healing, the spiritual wellness tips, and more. We are going to continue to do those things because that's what we love. And of course, if you're interested in joining us and taking this new step with us and to a new venture of our journey, we will be launching our Journey into Positivity Raw podcast on October the 2nd, 2021,
Yeah.
this coming Friday. So if you're interested, please stay tuned to find out more information. But please continue to, be with us. You all inspire us just as much as we may inspire you all. And this is an exchange for us. This is not all about us, giving, but we're also receiving, from all of the love and the support and all of the inspiration that you all give us to keep going, because sometimes it gets a little hard, y'all. We doing a lot. We are still regular people living regular lives. So
Yes.
please stay
Yes.
tuned for more information in our new venture. Thank you for joining us on this video and being with us. As we said before, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe for positive guided meditations, affirmations, sound healing, and other healing tools weekly. And until next time,
Be
be
positive.
positive. You got to do a close up of my face. Bye, y'all.